Since my boys were little, I always had them live a structured life. Hello, it's your girl Adrian from AP Inspires, where you can always tune in on Sundays for some positivity, motivation, inspiration, and a little humor. Today, we're going to be talking about raising happy children. For me, raising happy children means being a parent that is also happy. As a parent, you can never neglect your dreams and goals just because you're a parent. You have to do for you and love you as well as love your children. Never neglect yourself, but always find time to do things that you enjoy doing as well. It's all good to do things with your children because that helps to cultivate their minds and they get to learn different things, but you also have to make sure that you're going to your doctor's appointments, that you're resting well, that you're exercising on a daily basis, because if you're not your best, you can't be your best for your children. I believe time management for a parent of any age child is very important. You have to make sure that you find time to do so many things in a day. And guess what? If it doesn't get done that day, it's okay. You can do it tomorrow. If that bag of laundry is sitting there, it's okay. If you want to snuggle with your child, take that moment to snuggle with your child. It's the little things like that that children find most important. Remember, as a parent, you have to understand that children also have emotions. It's not about you always talking at them, but you have to talk to them and understand where they're coming from too, because they have opinions. I have a 12-year-old right now, and he is very opinionated. And it's not bad because it's good that children can express themselves. So you have to be the parent that can sit back and actually listen to your child and not think that you know everything, because it's a day-to-day thing that you're learning. And so your child is your teacher too, just like you're their teacher. So you're bouncing ideas off of each other. It's important to also listen to your children and what they value and what they think. Happy children are brought up with structure, with boundaries, and you have to set limits on them. Since my boys were little, I always had them live a structured life. Of course, we're veer to the side here and there to have fun or whatnot, but children, when they grow up with structure, they're more focused. So they always had, a time that they would wake up, time they would eat lunch, time they would eat dinner, and bedtime, and in between those times we'll make, room for other fun activities or whatnot. But they knew at a certain time this would happen. I believe that helped them to stay focused, to stay happy, and to know what to expect without surprises and taking them off guard. Ever since my children were young, I always made it a point to tell them what I expected of them. So if we were to go to a store, I would sit them down before we even went to the store and explain to them what I expected in their behavior when we were at, a store. And I would say, things like, don't basically ask for anything, don't touch anything, we are on a mission, do not cut up in the store. I expected a certain behavior from my boys when we went out in public, and because I expected that, I told them what I expected, and so that they were able to carry through. So they didn't have a misunderstanding of what I wanted from them when we went into the store. So we went into the stores, I was able to get whatever it is I needed to get, and we were able to get out. And one thing that I will always do for my boys is reward good behavior. Children love to be rewarded. Realize that you cannot be everything to your child. Only God can be everything to you or to your child. You are not going to be a perfect parent, and that's okay. So if you've been thinking that way, please take the stress off of yourself. Children do not want perfect parents. They want loving parents that are there for them, that are willing to listen to them, and be there for their activities, to, give them a hug and to say, you're doing a great job, give them a high five. They're not looking for perfection. It's okay to apologize to your children if you were wrong. There is nothing wrong with that because you are human. And although you are the parent, sometimes you may make mistakes. Apologizing just means that you understand that you are human. When you can apologize to your child sees that and says, wow, mom or dad, and they apologize. And I believe that helps to build character when you can apologize for something that you've done. I'm a firm believer in what you put in your children will come out. Ever since my children were younger, I never allowed them to listen to certain music. They weren't allowed to go to certain places or whatnot because I want what comes out of them to reflect, you know, who we are as a family. And so even if they weren't with me and say they were at school or if they were with a babysitter, I didn't want anything bad to come out of them. As a parent who wants happy children, you have to daily make sure that you pray and ask God for wisdom, because you cannot do this alone and you do not know everything, and that's okay to not know everything. But guess what? God knows everything. So go to him and seek him for guidance, and he'll give you understanding as to what to do and how to handle your children. I am a firm believer in making memories that will last. Ever since my boys were younger, that has been one of my missions in life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're doing something big, but it's the small things that really matter to children and that they remember. For example, I will always each year take one of my children out separately for, it's called Date with Mom, and where we will go and do anything that they would want to do for that day. So it would include an activity, and then we would go and get something to eat. And that was their special time alone with me, so we can talk one-on-one, get to know each other a little better, because just because you're the parent and they're the child doesn't mean you know everything about them. So that gave us that special time away from the other siblings so they can just be who they are, you know, authentically them, and just talk to me as the parent, or, you know, even / as a friend, and we would just enjoy our time together. So that's been one of the things that I've kept up throughout the years. And then also, you know, we're very blessed and we can take different vacations. Vacations don't have to be big. It depends on your budget. You know, vacation within your budget, even if it's going, you know, somewhere local, just to get away and break up the monotony from the everyday norm. Thanks for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. You can always tune in on Sundays because that's when I upload. Remember, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe bell so you can receive all the notifications when I upload a new video. Well, until we meet again, take care.